Good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the VidIQ livestream. And this week, because it's April, it's a spring clean, all we're doing is auditing your channels. Let's do this.
VidIQ.
VidIQ.
VidIQ.com.
Hello everybody, welcome back to VidIQ. If this is your first time here, we are the YouTube tool and channel that aims to educate you on your YouTube journey. We have a Chrome extension that will help you analyze YouTube, research YouTube, audit your own channel and take actionable steps. There is a link in the video description. And of course, what we do here on VidIQ every single week is give you awesome tips, tricks and guides, as well as the live streams of which you are watching right now. Now, if you are familiar with a live stream, you will of course be familiar with our resident geek expert skateboarding type person called Jeremy Vest, but he is taking a break this week, which means we can welcome in a brand new and official expert here on YouTube audits by the name of Travis McPherson. Hello, welcome to the VidIQ live stream, Travis. If you just want to introduce yourself to the audience, tell us exactly what you do here at VidIQ.
Yes, my name is Travis. I am here to help you succeed just like everyone else here at VidIQ. I am the one of the customer success people here, and I love to help people with their channels. I myself am also a creator, so I understand the struggles, and man, I'm telling you, I'm so excited to be here and so excited to see your channels today.
And I just want to do a quick drum roll here because I was just checking out Travis's channel to make sure that we're all up to date and everything. And he's just hit 30,000 subscribers, so congratulations to yourself on hitting that. And of course, yeah, Travis, just like myself, are video creators, and we experience the struggles, and we're here to try and help you audit your own channels today. Just before we do that, as always, we do a welcome to our community here that's joining us on a live stream for the following people, which include Grim Hades, Harjit, Badhan, Needless TV Official, hashtag Needless UK, that is one long username, Silly Mum for Life, Ash Tiwani is here, Vol3, Cooking Cubing 123, and on his debut appearance, Travis, it's over to you to try and pronounce some of our usernames, and welcome to the live stream.
I'll give it a try. Advanced Gamer 411. We got collectible reviews. I like the name of that. Cookie Cubing sounds really awesome. David Chiron. We got Deepak here. Castellino, I think. Fandom Spotlight. Furious Self, and Gamers World.
And a quick hello here to Jeremy, who's decided to pop onto the live stream here and moderate. And he says the two bold guys with one mission. So thank you very much for that, Jeremy. I will get retribution on you in the next live stream. All right, folks, as I say, what we're going to do, we're going to concentrate on audits today. Nothing but audits. So we're going to get straight into how we do this for this week. And here is the checklist. There is a link in the video description. If you fill it out, put in your channel name, you will be added to the list. We get lots of submissions every week. We already have an incredible 50 submissions, and that will probably surpass 100 by the end of this live stream. But I will be adding more channels as this live stream progresses, so you're not too late at this point. Don't ask for a review in the live chat. Travis will tell you this himself because he moderates a live stream, and if people ask for reviews, and unfortunately we have to put you in timeout or ban you because it's just clogging up the system. And as we are live streaming, we do not look at the live chat, only at specific areas. Super chats, while very welcome, a financial contribution to the channel, that does not prioritize you for a audit because we want to keep this a free service. Apologies in advance if we cannot audit your channel this week. We get, as I say, more than 100 each week. If we cannot audit your channel, we do have an awesome 24/7 YouTube consultant from VidIQ, which is part of our Chrome extension. Download it, click on channel audit, and it will give you all sorts of statistics about your channel 24/7, which is really kind of what we do throughout this live stream. And our opinions, both Travis's and myself, are based off of first impressions. So we literally have seconds to look at your channel and make immediate impressions about it. Sometimes we get it wrong, but also appreciate it from this point of view. We are looking at your channel for the first time, just like your viewers, so they will also cast first impressions on that as well. And I think the final one here is that the advice given from both Travis and myself and everybody here at VidIQ is based off of our experiences. Sometimes there are many different roads to that path of success, and we're just sharing what we know and what has succeeded for us. If you find that information is useful but it doesn't work for you, that's fine. You know the rules. Don't be afraid to break them. And with all that being said, Travis, are you ready to jump into some amazing live stream channel audits? First time here, but the pressure is on.
Let's do it.
Let's do this. Okay, I love the enthusiasm here much more than Jeremy. Right, okay. Can you see my screen first of all, Travis?
I can indeed.
You can, right. Okay, so now we're going to look at the first channel, which is, if I press the right button, we are looking at Fandom Spotlight here, which has 10,000 subscribers. So congratulations on surpassing that. And I'm going to open this one up to you first, Travis. Like, what are your first impressions? So we can get an idea of the community here of how you approach auditing a channel.
Yeah, I love this channel. I love what it's going after. It's pretty obvious right off the bat when you look at the banner what it's about. However, one thing that I always look at when I look at banners is where everything fits. I want to make sure it's mobile friendly first, because over 60% of views on YouTube are done on a phone. So you have to make sure you're mobile friendly. It looks like this banner is. And it's just a line of a lot of different pictures, but I would love to see it a lot more centered, a lot more center focused, with the outsides being nothing you would want to miss, because you never know. Someone might actually want to see the end pictures on this banner. So we definitely want to make sure it's more centered focused.
So I'm just doing some really crude drawings here, and we're sort of wondering if we can bring the characters into the center somehow, and like there's the potential borders here. It's quite uniform, isn't it? There's nothing where our eyes are focusing. So yeah, I think that's a fantastic point to begin with. What about like the content and maybe the thumbnails that we're looking at down here?
So if we look at the content, the one thing I noticed right away is that there's not something that's completely like, if I were to see these thumbnails, I would think they're by different creators.
Right. Okay.
I don't see anything that's consistent that makes me know that this is the one channel where I'm going to get the same exact content from the channel that I love. I would love to see some type of either logo or some type of unifying point in the bottom left-hand corner of each thumbnail. And I say the bottom left-hand corner mainly because the bottom right is always taken up by the timestamp.
It's interesting you should say that, because we do have the logo here in the top right, but maybe
I missed it.
But maybe that's a good point. The logo is so small that you can't really pick it out. So maybe, as you say, make it bigger, put it in the bottom left-hand corner. Never put it in the bottom right-hand corner, as you can see in this example, because look what's covering it over here, the timestamp. So yeah, good point there. And I think I agree as well. Like, I've tried to just circle like 3 different thumbnails and then ask the question, if you were looking at this channel as for the first time, would you be able to tell that these 3 thumbnails are from the same channel? Possibly not. So great tips there. What else can we find here?
I also like to tell people when I do audits with them that less wording on the thumbnail is better. Yeah. Number one, when you're trying to scrunch all the text into a thumbnail, and remember, a lot of these people are watching it on their phone, it's kind of hard to see. So putting too much text on a thumbnail, I think is just a bad thing. What I always suggest is have a really strong title, and the thumbnail should really give you the rest of the picture. If for some reason between the title and the thumbnail, you can't figure out the context of the video, then you might put a word or two in the thumbnail. But my real answer to that would be, then you need to think better about the thumbnail and title so that people know what they're getting into.
Awesome advice there. And the last thing I would say here, I think this is really interesting that the video creator is obviously like a character in some of the videos, like Q Reacts, and he's like the governor in the Walking Dead ones, and I think this is all fantastic. The question I'm asking here is that he seems to be covering quite a few different topics. We've got Smallville, we've got Star Trek Classic, we've got Star Trek Discovery, and we've got The Walking Dead. A lot of different topics, and if you look at the view counts, they're quite spiky. For example, the Walking Dead ones here are getting a few thousand views, whereas the Star Trek ones are getting 500, and then Doctor Who ones getting even less. So I think there might have to be some decisions made here by the video creator in that, do you really want to try and cover all forms of sci-fi and maybe satisfy not exactly everybody, or niche down and maybe focus on the Walking Dead while it's on? That might be a tough question, and I know a lot of people have different opinions on this. I mean, Travis, you're a tech channel and you're sort of jumping from Apple to Samsung. How might a video creator be able to make this work, or is it just you are sometimes a victim of the content and how your audience reacts to different types of topics?
Yeah, it's difficult. YouTube has changed over the last 5 to 6 years. I know as a creator in my last year and a half versus, a viewer over many, many, many years. you see the variety channels going away. So I think you bring up a really great point. You find what works and you hammer that nail. You keep hitting it because the people are telling you what they like. So I mean, as much as we would love to do the things that we want to do, if we want to have a successful channel, a lot of times just doing what works is the best answer to that question.
Awesome. So there we are, the first channel audit there with Travis and myself. The next one we're going to look at here is Gamblingholic Queen Slots. And when I looked at this channel with nearly 3,000 subscribers, look at the view counts here, folks. Each video is getting way more views than subscribers, which is always a telltale sign of a video that's reaching a much wider audience and bringing in a lot of views. Now, I think that's a good thing. You're very niche and you know exactly what content you want to produce and what your audience reacts to. However, Travis, I want you to pick out a couple of things where this video creator could maybe improve on what's going on, just to maybe even be more powerful as a slots type channel.
100%. First of all, I think I saw at the top, she's from the Washington State, which is where I'm from. I'm from Seattle, so I'm glad to see a local creator in here. I think when you think of gambling or when you think of slots, you think of winning and money. And
yes,
I think that that's what you need to be showing, like either the YouTube surprise face where, oh my goodness, I just won, or all of the things across that show that you won. Excitement is also it. I mean, it's working. Obviously, it's working with the amount of views you're getting. You're doing fantastic. But I bet you could do even better by getting people to come in and watch. And of course, we're back to the text. It's so small in some of these thumbnails, I can't read it anyway. So get rid of that. Put your face in there, put a smiling face in there, put a lot of the cool looking win and bonus screens that you see on these games. I think they would be winner thumbnails.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think you want to tease something like a payoff, like you won $27 in this particular. I'm sorry, my gambling experience is very much 1 cent slot machine. So when I talk about a big payoff, I talk about double figures. But yeah, I like or the amount you lost on a particular one. So I think there's an opportunity for storytelling here. Something also interesting is look at this in the titles. We're using emojis at the beginning of the titles, which is maybe interrupting keywords. Now, it's interesting that Travis and I are saying these things which are kind of like foundation rules, and you seem to be breaking quite a lot of them, and it seems to be working at the moment, Gamblingholic. So what we're suggesting is things that maybe might improve your channel or have a detrimental effect. So I think it's just worth testing there, and you seem to be posting on a very frequent basis. And now if we just scroll down, look, can we see... So about a month ago, you were getting views in the low thousands, or is it? No, it's every time you do something which is specifically about a slot machine, you're getting a lot of views. Whereas if it's something maybe about a vlog or more of a travel vlog, can you see how the views lower down there? So you definitely know, having seen the last 12 videos or so on, you are focusing more on just playing the slot machines, which is fantastic. So it's one of those where I'm not really. I mean, the channel is doing so well right now. I would just continue to double down on the content that's working. The one last thing I will check is the community tab, which you're using a little bit, but maybe you could use that a bit more to maybe post those images of like, look what I won today, video coming soon, and so on. But yeah, I think generally very good channel. I guess the one final question is, and we don't know, is are you being affected by the YouTube and like kind of gambling channels were a bit of a target in the past? So are you able to monetize it? If not, are you able to somehow generate an income outside of YouTube with maybe affiliate links and stuff? That may be something to look at if your channel, because your channel is growing very fast at the moment. You're kind of operating at a channel with tens of thousands of subscribers rather than the 2,500 subscribers. So I think it's all good signs there, Gamblingholic. And yeah, just continue with it with good progress. All right, Travis, what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to leave it completely up to you this time. I'm going to let you lead with this one, and then I'm going to chip in. Yeah, giving you a little bit of pressure here, but you're dealing with it well so far. What have we got here?
The Good Nerds family. Hey, what's up, everyone, to the Good Nerds family? Okay, so I kind of like what's going on in the banner. It's fun. I understand that. I get that. The one thing I don't really know is like I'm unsure what I'm going to get. It looks like a party maybe, but then when I look at the video thumbnails, there's a pudding challenge, there's a mukbang, there's an Oreo challenge, there's more eating, which is great. So it seems like this is a food challenge channel more than just like a party family channel. Yep. So I would want to make those two things more congruent. Let me know what I'm getting into. So there's the intro. Let's see. There's a couple of live streams look like that are premieres and they're premiering almost everything.
Yeah, that's something I was going to touch on later, but yeah, you've noticed it. Look at how many premieres are going on here, folks. So the next 10 videos that are due to go out, 7 of them are premiered. And I'm presuming that maybe you're premiering all of your videos because there's more. Wow, there's all sorts of premiering going on.
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about premieres a little bit. There's a lot of. When it first came out, I was so excited for premieres. I think they originally said it was going to be for 10,000 subscribers and up, but it came out to everyone. It's really fantastic. However, you can overuse it.
Yes.
So let me real quick give you what the viewer sees when this happens. If they subscribe to your channel, they get a reminder like an hour out. They get a reminder like 3 minutes out. They get a reminder when it's live, and then after. You're overwhelming them. So if they want to come and watch your video 5 hours from now, let them do that. Premieres really should be used for very special videos, and I think this is being way overused.
I would agree, yeah. And there is also this question about how premieres are treated by YouTube, like whether it's treated as a live stream because people are watching it live, and then how does it react when it goes on demand afterwards. I think certainly the Good Nerds family, if all of your videos have been premiered so far, maybe once you've got all of these premieres out of the way, but hang on, are these premieres like months in advance as well? Is that...
Forgive me, what's going on? Didn't you do a premiere like a couple years in advance? Or
I did one for like 100 years in the future to test it. Yeah, and like, can this video get 1,000 likes before it ever goes live? And it did. But yeah, so you're premiering videos way in advance as well, which... I mean, if you're talking about the time element of these, like how is this going to perform in the middle of August? You just don't know. I mean, it's great that you're scheduling content, but as Travis says here, this may be a little bit of overkill. So there was a video that went live 2 days ago, another one 3 days, 5 days, and then a week. So there's a lot of content going out, but it's just all premiered for the next. It looks like you've scheduled your entire years worth of content here, which is incredible.
I've never seen anyone do that before. And look there was one at the top that's premiered that comes out in like 3 months. What if I come to this channel and I really want to watch it right now? Like I go, oh wow, I want to see the pudding challenge. Oh, I got to wait 3 months. Guess what I'm not going to do?
You're not going to hang around for 3 months. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I would just let them all. I would get them all out live like in the next week and a half. Looks like you have a bunch. Just start putting them out there and definitely use Premiere for something completely different.
Yeah. So a fascinating insight there into premieres. And just any final thoughts? And as you say, like it looks like mostly a food eating type of channel. And I think if they didn't use premieres and they thought more about what's going to be trending at this time of the year, like whether it's like the hot dog eating contest, Thanksgiving, like summer things, I think, again, rather than being so restrictive with the scheduling, there's more opportunities to jump on trending topics.
Yeah, 100%. They leave themselves no way to do that by scheduling out so far out. So yeah, once you figure out exactly what it is you want, you need to be more congruent with not only your thumbnails but also your banner. Let people know what they're getting into, and if it's a food eating family, that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. But let's let people know as soon as they come to your channel. And
the final question here, Travis: subscribe numbers hidden. What's your thought on that?
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are ashamed. I talked to someone in a one-on-one not that long ago asking why they hid it. And here's the funny thing about that particular channel. They were trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. It was one of the things they put on their video, like, help us get to 1,000 subscribers. And it was hidden. I said, so how many subscribers do you have? Oh, I have 1,100. Okay, well, wait a minute. You don't need to be ashamed. A lot of people love to be one of the first people on a great channel. I have many people leave comments, been here since however many subscribers. They love that. Let them connect with you in that way and be part of your journey. It's not embarrassing to have 20, 30, 40 subscribers. It's not an embarrassment. If you were in a room with 20, 30, or 40 people that wanted to hear what you had to say, wouldn't you be amazed by that? Wouldn't that be fantastic? So don't be embarrassed by that. Show it loud and proud, and show everyone your journey.
Yeah, it's always interesting when you try and put those numbers into reality. Like 1,100 people is a theater full of people who press on a button to watch your content. And finally, whenever the subscriber number is hidden, Travis and myself as serial eyebrow raisers, as you can see from the thumbnails. We will be raising our eyebrows and saying, why have you hidden your subscriber numbers? All right, moving on. We are looking at 2 plus 3. This channel has not hidden their subscriber number. 525. Congratulations to you on hitting 500 recently. And you post that you post every Tuesday and Friday. Just be aware that on a mobile device, that is likely to be chopped off, so people might not be able to see the frequency that you post on a mobile device. Maybe you've done it on purpose. Let's see. The channel looks to be about homeschooling, I think, principally, looking at the top there. That seems to be your main topic, but there are other videos about just doing things with your children and your family. And in terms of thumbnails, maybe there's a bit of a lack of consistency. There's some good foundations in there, that you've got the YouTuber hero in the front there with the emotion. And it looks to me here, Travis, like a channel that knows what they want, but they haven't quite focused on perhaps a specific niche. Like, it seems to me that homeschooling ones are the ones that are outperforming, just from a small sample size, like 2 videos here with 700 views, reaching out to more of your subscribers, but then another one here with only 60 views. So that one didn't do quite as well. So yeah, I'm picking up a vibe of maybe the channels trying to find their feet.
Yeah,
quickly scrolling through.
There are some more down there for homeschooling. I think the homeschooling channel would be a fantastic channel idea. Now, if that's something that you think you can do a lot of content on, and you're not going to burn out on it, you're not going to be bored by it, I say triple down on that. I don't know of how many homeschooling channels there are on YouTube, but I imagine there's not nearly as many as there are family vlogs. So if I was you, I would become the source for homeschooling on YouTube. It's just a great way to grow. And obviously people are reacting to it. And you're getting, like, listen, when you have 500 subscribers, if you have 700 views in a week, that is fantastic.
Absolutely. A good point. Yeah.
So I think that that's something you should really consider and maybe double down on.
And I just thought one of the things we sometimes do is when we're trying to work out what a channel might be good at is we sort by most popular, which is what we've done here. Obviously, you have one video which was kind of like one trending thing. But generally speaking, in these top 10 videos, I'm seeing homeschool. I think this one's about homeschooling. So 2, 3, 4. Half of your best performing videos are on that one topic of homeschooling. It's always going to be a bit tricky if you don't just want to niche down, but like think of it as your bread and butter, the video content that you can always go back to, and you can guarantee those are like your flagship videos that you know are going to perform well and bring in more of an audience, and then you can take them on a journey with the rest of your family for other content. But growing nicely the channel, and yeah, we hope to see you hitting 1,000 subscribers maybe in the next 6 months or so. What we're looking at next here then, Travis, I remember you picked this one out when we were looking through the list before we went live.
Yes, I love movies. I can't get enough of movies, so this channel really spoke to me. I also love TV and I love video games, so I definitely want to check out Max Movie Reviews. Shout out to Max Movie Reviews, 2,000 subscribers, which is great. So let's talk a little bit about the banner. I think it's pretty obvious what they're going to be covering right there, which I love knowing what I'm getting myself into. They look like they're mobile safe. All is well there. I think what we really need to look into is the thumbnails on the videos. So now, while it's great to have a branding, and you should definitely have a branding on each thumbnail, again, the logo maybe in the bottom left corner or something similar to that. When you're talking about different movies, you do want to keep the theme of the movie to be clear in the thumbnail. Like the Toy Story 4, the logo there makes it very obvious you're talking about Toy Story. Yeah. Things like, and the Dumbo one is great because you see Dumbo in the background. The Lion King one, I'm not overly over the moon, the one in the top left corner. I'm not super over the moon about that because it's just like a little bit of a logo in the middle. And while it is like a reaction, it's 2 guys in a car, and I would rather you make the hero of the thumbnail Lion King. Like that's a huge movie that's coming out. So while there's nothing wrong with the trailer reaction, I love that. I would love to see more. Like the Dumbo one I like, the Avengers one I like, and definitely make yourselves bigger in some of the thumbnails. Some of the thumbnails you guys are really small, and then some of them are really big. So just make yourself the hero, if not the movie, and make sure that when you look at the thumbnail, instantly you know what movie we're looking at. Look at that Avengers Endgame one in the bottom left corner. Absolutely fantastic.
Couple of questions I'm going to ask this channel. You're doing reactions to trailers, and you're covering all of the biggest films, which is fantastic. A challenge that's probably going to be for you is how fast can you get these out? Because there's a lot of similar channels that do these reaction type videos. So you're competing against a lot of competition to begin with. So speed is obviously very important. I mean, if you're doing it literally in your car as the trailer comes out, I think that's a fantastic idea. I've also got another question for you, because I think there are a lot of reaction type channels out there. What makes you unique? What is your unique selling point? How can you pitch this slightly differently to other channels? Because the question is, from a viewer's point of view, why should I, and indeed from like a YouTube algorithm point of view, why should I watch your content versus somebody else's? Because I don't see anything particularly different. It's kind of like a philosophical question. I think it's fantastic that you're just doing the reaction content. Brilliant. But why should I choose you? And that might be a question that's really difficult to answer right now. Yeah. Any thoughts on what I've said there, Travis? I was trying to find a way. It's just an awesome channel, but what makes it different? And I couldn't.
Yeah, I think
see
you're
that
right.
Immediately.
I know exactly what you're trying to say, because as a creator, it was one of the things I struggled with early on in my YouTube career, and trying to figure out like what my voice is and why someone should subscribe to me. I try in my thumbnails to let people know in advance that, hey, my videos have a lot of humor in them. Like I'm going to talk about fun things about tech, but I'm also going to have fun with it. And I think, again, like to your point, like, why would I choose you guys? Now, see, there's the throw up emoji. I think that's kind of interesting and kind of funny.
Yeah.
And that is something that would make more sense to me, something that would make me more likely to click. But yeah, what is your guys' kind of gimmick? Can you click the about, and maybe we find out more information about the channel there? The about link is one of the least used and underutilized links on the YouTube channels. This is not enough. I'll tell you right now, the description in here is not enough. This would give me and fill in the questions we're trying to answer. You should be able to fill in why, who you are. You should be filling this with keyword phrases. I mean, this is an underutilized page. And for everyone who's in the chat and watching live, this is a hack. People don't know how powerful this page is, and how this page right here can convert someone to a subscriber. And one other thing, in your homepage, do they have a channel trailer? I didn't see if they did or not.
Let's find out.
Okay, it's just the latest one.
Just the latest one.
So I like to see something that gives a person the answer to why they should subscribe specifically in that video. I come here, you have a channel trailer that says, hey, welcome to my channel. This is what I'm all about. This is why you're going to love it here. Hit that subscribe button, watch some videos below. Thank you for coming. I like that. Putting the most popular video up there, a lot of people do that, but I don't think it converts as much as some people think. I love you welcoming me to your channel and telling me why I should subscribe.
Sure, yeah. Tongue twisting there. And one final thing, community tab. Start experimenting with it. You've not used it at all, maybe a couple of posts a week, just to see if that can help you with reaching more of your audience. And the next channel we're going to look at is Join Matt's Army. Matthew Placencia, I apologize if I pronounce your name wrong. A channel that's approaching 200 subscribers. Looks to be a Star Wars channel. Again, Travis picked this one because he is a huge Star Wars fan, is that right?
Well, listen, I love Star Wars. I grew up with it. Obviously, the new Star Wars trailer recently dropped, and I think that this is a spectacular opportunity for a channel like this. Whenever I do my one-on-one audits, I always talk about the niche that the person's in, and what time of year can they really make a big splash on their channel. Well, right now is that time. That trailer came out just a couple days ago, and it was all over social media. So not necessarily doing a video about the trailer. However, since you're playing the game, there's no reason that you can't reenact some parts of the trailer and name it that. Get people excited about it, because they're going to be searching for it, and getting into that recommendation stream, getting people to watch your videos is what you're all about. And doing that and taking advantage of that, the number one way that you can grow very fast.
And also, I think another trending thing right now for Star Wars is they're opening the new theme park section in, is it Disney World? I've forgotten what it's called now, like the Star Wars Universe Galaxy thing. So, like, if you could build that somehow in Battlefront 2, again, I'm not familiar with the game, so I don't know if there are building tools there. But as Travis says, like, it's almost like trend warping. Although Star Wars is your trend anyway, what are the recent news stories that you can bring into your content? Thumbnail-wise, I think there's room for improvement here as well, isn't there, Travis? Looking at the thumbnails, they seem to be generally static screenshots. Mostly, when you're using text, it's difficult to read. For example, storming the temple. The only way I could read that is by using a magnifying glass, and I think that says an outline and Vyarving as well. So certainly improvements need to be made there. I would say do a quick search for. In fact, let's quickly do this. It's Battlefront 2, isn't it? The game. So I'm going to do a search for Battlefront 2. Look at the best thumbnails, and they need to be looking more like these ones here, where there's like a hero on screen. It's very clear. It doesn't necessarily have to be a screenshot or an action shot like that, which looks pretty good as well. So just look at some of the best performing thumbnails in your space and try to adopt some of their tactics. And yeah, as we were saying, Star Wars does seem to be a trending keyword as well here. It's doing really well on the VidIQ keyword front. And one final question I did want to ask anybody. Has anybody called their Star Wars channel It's a Trap? Because I would love to see a channel called It's a Trap. I think it would be really awesome. But yeah, and thoughts on the trailer very quickly, Travis?
Yeah, I was actually good. I'm glad you pointed this out. Literally, the one thumbnail that does stick out to me on all of this is It's a Trap. That's so well crafted. It's a well-known scene in
almost
Star
like a
Wars.
meme these days, isn't it?
It totally is, and that's why, like, I think it's so good because it's so identifiable. You need to find thumbnails that are identifiable, and that just like that's the one that's the best one of all the thumbnails I've seen. But yeah, getting it narrowed down to know exactly how to do your thumbnail strategy, which we just showed you, and then also like how to capitalize on those tentpole events that happen during the year. And
what are your thoughts on the trailer? Is it exciting you, or are you just?
You mean the banner?
No, the new trailer for Star Wars.
Oh.
This is one of my off-topic. Oh,
my heart. Yes. Listen, I'm excited for all Star Wars. I'm super excited for it. Of course, I think most people are. So I'm definitely going to be there day one.
Me, meh. I've never really liked Rey as the hero. And yeah, I'm just ready for to move on to some other stuff. Like the best film of a new sort of franchise is Rogue One. I thought that was like
excellent.
It was like a meshing of the old versus the new, and I thought it was really good. So I hope there's more like that. And then the solo stories. I think the best quote was, "An hour after you've left the cinema, you can't even remember what happened in solo stories." Of course, all of my personal opinions. So please don't hold that against me. All right,
you're dead to him.
Next channel. Thank you very much. You can unsubscribe right now. End Pecker is the next channel. Nearly 2,000 subscribers here. And I would say, in contrast to our previous video game channel with the Battlefront ones, these are thumbnails that absolutely pop out the screen, and I really like them. You're very focused, obviously, on this one particular game, and you seem to have a strong audience. You're getting like in the triple digits for most of these, approaching 1,000 views on all of these videos. Yeah, what else can we say here, Travis, other than this channel is growing very nicely with what we can see?
Yeah, it looks like it's not Spanish, is it? I don't know what language this is.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah, but it looks like it's a foreign language channel as well,
which is fantastic. I love people not trying to just do an English channel because they know that there's a lot of people that speak English to watch YouTube, but really going into their culture and really doubling down, because what I found is that there's a lot of underserved viewers on YouTube. What does that mean? That means that there's people out there that are looking for content that they can relate to, even though it's about a popular subject. And sometimes, in order to relate, they just need to know the language. They don't want to have to go to YouTube and not be able to find something that's in their language that they love. And this is great. And I love the thumbnails. I love look at that. He's using his community tab. Yeah. Fantastic use. And another thing that some people ask me, like, well, am I getting good views? Well, a good rule of thumb, when you're over 100 or so subscribers, running 200 subscribers and above, a good rule of thumb is if you're getting anywhere between 10 to 15% of your views to your subscribers, you're doing pretty well. Yeah, you can do better than that, but that's a pretty good number. So if you look at some of these, 2 days ago he uploaded something 900 views and he has 1,900 subscribers. That is a fantastic video, doing spectacular. So yes, he's really doing some really great work here for sure.
And this channel as well has only been up for 2 months as well. So this game's been out for a while, and you've already established yourself. And I think, Travis, you're absolutely right that perhaps. Is it Spanish again? Sorry if I'm getting this wrong.
It doesn't look like it. Looks like
it's maybe Portuguese, but whatever. Yeah. I don't know what language it is. Somebody in the chat do help us out. But yeah, it looks as if this content in your native language was underserved, and now you're serving that content, and you could quickly become the authority on Brawl Stars on your language. And once YouTube begins to recognize that, you can see the momentum on the channel growing a lot higher. So awesome stuff there. And it's a good example, Travis, because sometimes we often get asked this at VidIQ, should I do videos in English or should I do them in my native language because the audience isn't as big? And I think the general answer to that is, first of all, do a bit of research, but you will always find is that breaking into a English language market is tough anyway, and it makes it even more difficult if English isn't your second language, unless you can embrace that kind of language gap that may be there. And even though the audience might be smaller in your native language, the competition is probably a fraction of what it is in English as well. So awesome stuff there for Enderpecker. And that, for now, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of part 1 of our live stream this week. We're going to be back in a few minutes. We're going to go into the channel audit list now and load up some more channels to review. Travis, you are now on radio silence, so if you do talk, everybody will be able to see you, be able to hear you. But yeah, folks, we'll be back in a few minutes and we'll see you then. If your YouTube channel is stuck in a rut, maybe it's time you gave it the VidIQ Boost treatment. Still not convinced? Here's 10 reasons why you should.
VidIQ.
VidIQ.
VidIQ.com.
With VidIQ Boost, you have complete access to one of the most powerful marketing tools on YouTube, the channel audit. It will show you in a snapshot what's working on your channel, what isn't working on your channel, and all of those little things like titles, tags, and end screens that you need to fix. We also take the guesswork out of search engine optimization with our keyword suggestion tools. Knowing what people are searching for means you know what to include in your titles, tags, and descriptions, all of which you can add with a single click. With our competitor tracking tool, you can follow up to 20 channels working in the same video space as you. If their content is catching fire, chances are they're doing something right, and you need to add your own spin to the topic. One of our Boost exclusive tools is bulk SEO. This analyzes content you have already published and shows you how people are finding that content and how you can improve it further with keywords you're not even using. Have VidIQ do the work for you by alerting you through email with a list of videos that are trending based on your search criteria. If you see a trend blowing up, it's time to ride that wave for massive channel growth. Want to quickly post videos natively on Facebook rather than YouTube links? Our syndication tool can do that for you in just a few easy clicks. Through subscriber analysis, you can discover what your fans do when they're not watching you. This can help you discover new video topics and channels of interest, as well as understanding when your subscribers are online, so you know the best time to publish your content. Have you ever wanted to know which channels covering similar topics to you are having viral moments, no matter how big or indeed how small the channel is? Our most viewed tool will help you uncover those hidden gems. With VidIQ Boost, you also get VidIQ Pro features as well, which include our titles, tags and descriptions translation tool, as well as the controversial keyword checker, saving you from possible demonetization flags. And while we're on the subject of upgrade banners and locked features and rocket icons you might have seen as a VidIQ free user, with VidIQ Boost, all of this goes away. You have complete access to every single one of our tools. Our support team is available and ready to answer your questions in the supported languages on screen now. Start boosting your channel today and let us educate you on your YouTube journey. Alright folks, we'll be back in 60 seconds, just loading up a final few videos to audit. All right, folks, and we are back. Thank you very much for joining us here on the live stream this week. You are, of course, watching VidIQ, the YouTube tool and channel aims to educate you on your YouTube journey. If you are enjoying this live stream, of course, do make sure to give us a thumbs up. We really do appreciate the engagement. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so, and share this video with like-minded video creators who may find all of the awesome advice that we are trying to help you with this week. Travis, are you back in action?
I'm here.
I just saw him working on his second computer, so I just want to make sure that we were back here. So we're going to move straight back into some more audits. And this channel is, if I press the right button, this is our retirement travels and experiences as older travelers. Interesting channel. I've never really come across a retirement channel before. Relatively new channel. You've been going for just over a month here, nearly 100 subscribers, and we can clearly see that your retirement plans seem to be in Portugal with the colour scheme, which I really like. And I think that the thumbnails are generally quite powerful in the sense that we get the colour theme on the left hand side, and then we get these nice landmark images of each of the places. Something I may try and push to you here is that who is the hero of this channel? Is it the destination or is it the people? In other words, you two as a couple. You don't have yourself in the channel banner. You are tiny in the thumbnail. So there's a question to be asked there, like when you're inside the videos, is it all about the scenery or is it all about you? And another thing to focus on here is Travis was talking about subscribers versus views. The most recent videos, all of the ones in the top row here, all getting more views than subscribers, so that's always an awesome signal to YouTube that the last three have got like at least 200% in terms of subscribers. So I'm loving the early stages of this channel. Travis, anything else you can think about adding here in terms of advice?
Yeah, a couple of things. Number one, this is a fantastic niche. This is taking retirement and traveling and making a new niche. Like, I've never heard of this before. It doesn't mean there's not other channels out there, but what a great combination of two things. And I bet you this is incredibly underserved, which is why you're seeing this channel blow up. Yeah. If this was, a gaming channel that started in the same amount of time, they may have 12 subscribers, and they probably would not have nearly the amount of views that this channel does. So hats off for what a great niche you've chosen. I totally agree with Rob. We need to understand if it's you or if it's the location that's going to be the hero. Either answer is fine. We just need to establish that so that when you're doing your thumbnails and doing your banners and doing all that sort of stuff, that it's more obvious what are we going to be just seeing a lot of B-roll? Are we going to see you doing different things? But I think you can tell just by the views and the success already that people want to see this. And it's such a critical thing that when you find something like this, triple down. Now, I don't know if you're still in Portugal, if this was just one trip, if you're going to go somewhere else. I would definitely recommend that if this is the last of your Portugal and you go somewhere else, that you do exactly what you did here. Use the same flag colors across the side. I really like that. But again, figure out if you want to have yourself as the hero or the location as the hero, and then base your thumbnail strategy off of that.
You see, it didn't occur to me, Travis, that they might be on travels. I assumed that they might be living in Portugal. So that's a really good point. And also another thing I would be looking at here, the video creators, is look at the questions that are being asked in the comments, because I guarantee you there'll be people wanting to know answers to questions such as like, do I need a visa to go to Portugal? Or how much do you recommend? Or are there any sort of particular flu shots? Or are there any questions that are specific to the retired demographic that you could potentially answer in videos, because I'm sure we're going back to the family channel, which was about homeschooling, so we're like targeting a particular niche within family life. For you, it might be answering those questions about retired couples traveling. So think about that when you start to build an audience and the questions are coming in. But I think fantastic channel, lots of potential, and the fact that you're only 6 weeks into this, you've already had a huge impact. Even though it looks relatively tiny at the moment, Travis and I look at this one and say, yep, all of the signals are very good. All right, Travis, you can lead on this one, which is This Bites for You.
What are we looking at the banner? Let's see. A Day Without Laughter. Okay, so this is probably humor, but the banner is cut in a way that it makes it difficult to kind of really understand what the channel's about. So I would redo the banner, make it really clear. If this is a humor channel, that's fine. That's great. I love that. But make sure it's a lot easier to understand. But then looking down, I'm seeing stuff about computers and Pokemon, and now I'm completely confused.
Yeah.
So this is what I tell a lot of my one-on-one consults. If I were to find, let's say, for example, Rob, I'm looking at that unboxing and using the Taltronics long range thing. This thing shares audio. It's in the second row there.
Yeah.
Let's say I click that and I am over the moon. I love the presentation. I love the video. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the channel and I'm going to see this and I'm going to go, okay, wait a minute. There's a PC building. There's Pokemon Go. There's passwords from Windows 10. I don't want any of that. And then I'm gone. You've missed out an opportunity for subscribers. So you need to niche down substantially so. And, I would look, if you want to sort by most popular, we can always do what we always do.
Yeah.
What's working for your channel already?
Good question. Like, if we ask a question to this video creator, it's like, what's your focus? And the answer will be tech. And then the second question is, but what's your focus? And I don't think that the creator's quite got the answer yet. And you're absolutely right. When we were looking at the subscriber count, which is over 3,000, fantastic. But the most recent videos were only double digits, like 20 views, 50 views. So there is certain videos that brought in a lot of viewers. And as you say, Travis, always sorting by most popular gives us the general answers. So there's something about Pokemon, which is the most popular one. And then it's like just general answers to questions like graphics cards or installing Windows 10 with a certain graphics card, I think maybe. So it looks as if
all computer stuff. Those five are all computer stuff.
Installation and really hardcore hardware stuff. It seems to be the most popular one. So maybe an experiment might be like for the channel, which is called This Bites for You. Concentrate on graphics cards for the next 5 to 10 videos just to see if you can build up a gradual audience with that. I still think there's some worth in going after maybe trending topics because it looks like he did that maybe with a Pixel 3 and something very specific there, like testing it underwater. That seems like a very niche question to answer, which was good, and also the Pokemon stuff. But as you say, Travis, if we go back to just like the general day-to-day stuff, we've got game, PC build, flashing a BIOS, what's that, graphics card one, gameplay on a video game, using whatever that is. There's too much going on there, isn't there? And we need the video creator, as you say. A viewer will come for one video and they may subscribe, and then they don't get what they want for another 5 to 6 videos as you're sort of going around all of these different topic houses.
Yeah, and I get it. We all want to be able to just make videos about whatever we want to make videos about. But if you want to be able to grow your channel and have a really great community of subscribers, you kind of got to give them what they want. Yeah.
I think that's a perfect answer, yeah. Eventually, when you're giving them enough of what you want and you have a big audience, you can take them on a journey wherever you want. Yes. But that's when you're getting like tens of thousands of subscribers, hundreds of thousands of subscribers. All right, next one is Casey Green, 239 subscribers. Make the most of your EV lifestyle. I have no idea what EV means.
It's electric vehicle. So like
there we go.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So thank you for answering that, Travis. I think maybe some graphical, I don't know, like an electric bolt or something to help idiots like me who do not understand what EV means would help. So the channel banner, I'm a little unsure. I can see the Tesla. I don't know what these left and right bits indicate here.
We talk about Fiverr on here. Do we explain what kind of a resource that is?
No, go ahead.
Yeah. So listen, I'm not a graphic artist, and a lot of people who do YouTube videos aren't either, and they want something that looks nice. There's a website called Fiverr.com where you can go, and for as little as $5, and then up from there, you can get a real graphical artist to make something for you, a channel banner, maybe a thumbnail for a big video. Spend the extra couple bucks and really show a person who comes to your channel that they should subscribe. Don't let them stop just because you don't have the skills in that area, whereas your videos might be amazing. So let's not give them any excuse not to subscribe. Yeah,
and sometimes you can get templates from that. So something that maybe like, as you say, $10-15 to give you a template, and it's something that you can work from with the rest of your videos. Because looking at the thumbnails, what we generally seem to be seeing here is maybe a freeze frame or snapshot from the video with then some text thrown on top, and then red text on thumbnails rarely works because it's a bit difficult to read. Just for example, we've got one here, the Tifton Supercharger, again, whatever that is. What is that? Is it one of these cars? Is it like something from? I know I'm being a bit facetious here by saying, is it something in the sky or a light, but or one of these charging points here? I literally have no idea what a Tifton Supercharger is, and this thumbnail is not helping to communicate that to me. So why would that make me click on the thumbnail? So it's a classic thing that we always talk about, is that the thumbnail is your one chance to get that click, and increasing your click-through rate by maybe a couple of percent actually improves your views by like hundreds of percent. So I think definitely focusing on thumbnails is something that this video creator needs to focus on to start with, I would say, because it looks like you've got some sort of focus, which is EV lifestyle, but how to visually communicate that to your audience is perhaps where we're struggling a bit here. Any more thoughts on this one, Travis, before we move on? Seems to be fairly
I think
simple.
you've hit it like really on the head. We just need to know what we're getting into in each video, and I feel like there's just a lot of questions. And while it's great sometimes to entice a person, give them a question that they can only answer by watching, I think this is the wrong type of question. Like, I look at it and I go, I just don't even know what I'd be getting into, and that's not the question you want. Ironically, I really like the free lane change grab, because it's interesting. You're both laughing, you're in a car, so I'm in, but it's not congruent with whatever the subject matter is for that particular video. If it was like incredible speed on this new Tesla and you saw that, oh, I have to click that. But it's just, I would love to see stronger thumbnails. And one of the things we talked about earlier today, look at some of the other thumbnails of people in your same niche and see what they're doing, and see if you can do something very similar.
I think, as an example, this is one of the, I would say, even though it didn't get that many views, I think it's one of the better thumbnails because there's a very much a focus on here. We know what we should be looking at. Text probably needs fixing a little bit, but you could like zoom that in even further. You could have an arrow pointing something really important on the dashboard there. And there's one here where you've included emojis as well, so trying to tell a bit of a story. Some things that you were experimenting with a while ago, but it just feels like you've kind of abandoned in some respects and trying to improve on your thumbnail game. And I think that's where both Travis and I are sort of seeing a blocker for your channel. But of course, best of luck. And the view count seems to be generally healthy in terms of, as Travis says, about 10-20% of your subscribers are watching the content. And are there any niche areas where you could potentially double down on? All right, so the next one here is, let's see, California Spinners. And this is, again, another completely new topic to me, which looks to be either pigeon raising or pigeon racing. If I get this completely wrong, I do apologize, but this is first impressions. And I think, along with the Retired Couple channel, Travis, look at this, another channel with just starting out, like a month old, 100 subscribers. Each video is getting more views and subscribers, which is awesome to see. Brilliant stuff. The thumbnails are a little curious here. Like, why does each one say, can I get 1,000 subscribers? Might be a little bit too much on the trying to get subscribers.
I think they're exact same thumbnails too, aren't they?
I think you are right. Yeah. Okay. So we're getting a bit of wallpaper syndrome here as well. In that, if you have too many thumbnails that are exactly the same, sometimes viewers are confused and start to think, "Have I seen this video before?" So what else? So good spot there, Travis. Anything else that we could pick out here?
The banner. What do we got going on the banner at the top there? I think. I see pigeons. Okay, so that helps a little bit.
A coop of pigeons.
Yeah, I don't know I thought California Spinners was either the things on the car or the fidget spinners. Like, I mean, I don't know. I honestly don't know. And I think one thing about, first of all, as we said before, finding that underserved community and serving it is the best way to grow. And this is obvious.
Yeah, you found that. Yeah, definitely.
Certainly did. So that's great. Definitely thumbnails need to level up. I would level up that banner. And what does the about page say? Because what if I want to know what a California Spinner is? Does it tell me in the about page? It brings you in-depth information on Birmingham roller pin. Okay, so this helps a lot. A lot of hashtags in here. But look, through years in the hobby, there's been no shortage of controversy. Okay, so this at least tells me what I need to know, fills the gap. So how can we take the information that's in here and put it somewhere? I don't know, just the main bullet points of what I'm going to get, whether it be in the thumbnail, on the banner, maybe even do a video about what is a Birmingham roller.
Yeah,
that should be your first video. What if I want to get into it, but I have no idea what it is? I think that'd be a great way to.
I'm gonna risk something here. I'm gonna do a search for Birmingham rollers. So, like,
there was pigeons for sale, pigeons flying.
Yeah, look at if video creator, if you're wanting to get an idea of like ideas and what people are searching for, this autocomplete is already giving me some information about Birmingham rollers. I had no idea what this is, and yeah, look at this channel here, 500 subscribers. 300,000 views. So this is a completely underserved market, and if you just make thumbnails that are better than anybody else's, you could dominate this search term. Yeah, like 2,000 views, 12,000 views. There is like a niche cottage industry here which you could absolutely dominate. This is probably the most underserved topic I've ever seen. Very specific, of course, but that's what video creators are looking to do. Find their passion and share that passion. And when it's a passion that is shared by many people but not covered yet on YouTube, this is like the golden ticket. This channel could potentially have tens of thousands of subscribers. You could have all sorts of brand deals and sponsorship. I know we're jumping in a bit far in ahead, but that's how I see it, this channel doing. If you can then start to focus on these fundamentals of the thumbnails and, as Travis says, almost doing like a glossary, like a beginner's guide to this topic to get people into your content through search and suggested. Absolutely, yeah. So what a channel this could potentially be, I think. So
yeah. Lots of potential.
Good luck and good luck. All right, folks. What we're going to do there is we're going to take a small break from our audits. We're going to do some more because I just want to bring Travis in here for a moment because we've not had him on much yet. If I just bring him on screen again, I need to stop sharing, and then Travis will appear. What I'm going to do is we're going to open up the live stream to you folks for a little bit of Q&A. All you need to do is put on your chats the hashtag, not that one, hashtag question, and Travis and I were going to try and field any question we possibly can about YouTube, your channel, or VidIQ. And as soon as I see the first question appearing in the live chat, we'll kick off a timer. Travis, can you see the chat just so that we're...
I can. I got it up.
Okay, cool. So as soon as the first question comes in, we'll just take them and we'll field as many as we can. And the first one's come in here, and it is from Advanced Gamer 411. And the simple question is, how are you today? I am doing pretty awesome. Travis, how are you doing today?
Fantastic.
And that's how we answer questions here at VidIQ. So if you want some more ones coming, if you put in the question, can you audit my channel? That's one question we're not going to actually field here. It will be in the list. So yeah, don't try and ask them. It's everything except for audits. Next question then here, Kyle's Big Pig. What is the best advice for starting from scratch?
Oh my goodness. Well, I think we've actually gone over a couple of those tips today, including finding an underserved niche. Yeah. And of course, don't just do it to do it, but that is a great way to grow.
I think absolutely. Two examples here, the retirement channel and the California Spinners channels. They found underserved areas. And even if it's not necessarily an underserved topic, like let's say Fortnite or Star Wars, there are always little small nuggets of areas where you can really niche down and like say, right, I'm going to focus on this particular area. If you do a search for how to record your iPhone screen, you will find hundreds of videos from me because that's the niche I found in the tech area when I was trying to build a channel. Took a long time, but eventually I find it. I mean, Travis, is there sort of any area in tech where you found like your hotbed of content as you been growing your channel?
But I think it started at a very base level. I looked at what the kind of what the landscape looked like in tech and what could I bring that was different, and that was humor. There's not a lot of humor tech channels. There's a lot of beautiful B-roll channels out there, and I'm just that's not my thing. And I just noticed there's very few channels that use humor, so I went there, and the growth has been great.
What have we got next, Travis? Can you pick out a question?
I saw one earlier. Let's see. There was something about more views than subs. Like, why do I get more views than subscribers? So that's actually a good thing. What that means is that people who aren't subscribed to you are seeing you. So obviously, if you got as many views as you had subscribers, you would never grow. If all of your subscribers always saw all of your videos and it was never more than that, you would never grow. So typically when you get more views and you have subscribers, which is like 90% of the channels out there, that's a good thing. It means it's being served to people who don't know who you are, which is great.
Yeah, and we've seen a couple of examples of that. Absolutely, Travis. You don't want YouTube to just serve your audience. You want to be reaching the 2 billion users who are using YouTube every month to reach out to that. So yeah, more views and subscribers. That means you're definitely doing something right with your content. What have we got here? Question from Collectible Reviews. Is uploading twice a week when you start a channel too slow? Thoughts on posting schedules, Travis?
Man, that's a tough one because every niche is a little bit different. Of course, animation channels won't do it as often. Vlogging channels might do it more often. I think you do enough to suit yourself without burning yourself out or burning your subscribers out or viewers out. And don't just put something out just to put it out. You want to make sure that you're putting out quality content. And if it takes you a couple of extra days and you maybe do a week where you only have 1 video, that's okay. But maybe you get inspired and do 3 the next week. That's okay as well. Just make sure that what you're doing is up to your standard and don't just do it just to do it.
My answer to posting schedule is if you're going after trending news stories, quantity is better than quality because you need to get that video out as soon as possible to hit that trend. If you're trying to produce something which isn't time sensitive, then quality is always going to be better. So think of it along those lines. Somebody asked a question here, which was Lexi the Sheepski. I love that username. Mm-hmm. Focus on searchable titles or clickbait, I think, not of clickbait. So what do we think of that one?
Oh my goodness, I could talk an hour about this.
You've got 1 minute.
I know, got 1 minute. Both. So not clickbait per se in the way that you're thinking, but clickable and putting the SEO. What I like to do is I like to put the interest for the human in the front part and the SEO in the back. Some people like to do it the other way around, but the reason I do it that way is because a lot of times title get cut off on phones or on tablets and stuff. And I like to get the hook in at the very beginning so people can read it and know why they should click.
Yeah, good point. I think I would say you can answer to the algorithm in terms of like search and SEO, but at the end of the day, you've got to convince a human being to click on your thumbnail or title. And so a title that complements a thumbnail is going to be the most important thing. And when you talk about clickbait, and we talk about this every week, Jeremy and I, clickbait is only clickbait if it doesn't deliver value for the audience. Now, for Jake Paul, yes, it might be clickbait and so on, but if those people are clicking on that video and watching it for 100% of the time, that means that it is serving their audience. Now, another question that's coming in here is quality watch time, something I briefly touched on last week, some new metric that's coming in from YouTube that we don't really understand, which is going to try and move an audience away from what they call controversial content. Not that I'm saying Logan Paul's content is, but the kind of sort of in that genre where it's trying to do trying to get you with what you call clickbait. So, of course, the dynamics may change in the future. And, folks, that was our 5-minute quick Q&A. And the reason we've kept it limited this week is because somebody asked in the chat, are you doing another live stream? Yes, we are going to do another dedicated Q&A live stream this week. Still not entirely sure what the time slot is for that. Last week it was Thursday at 12 p.m. Might be the same this week, or it might be a little earlier, a little after, but we're sort of looking at Thursday for the time being. And who knows who's going to be on that live stream. But all it is you asking us questions, us answering them for an entire hour to try and help you grow your channel. So we've got audits on Tuesdays, Q&A on Thursday, and who knows, Travis may even appear if he's not indisposed with doing his day job. But of course, we appreciate Travis being on today. And so what we're going to do now is a quick fire audit round of I'm pressing all the wrong buttons here, of more channels. So if I just get that there. Travis, can you see my screen again?
I can, yes.
You can, right. So we're going to audit these a little more quickly now. So I might be looking at 1 or 2 things to try and get through as many as we can with the time remaining. So the next channel we are looking at is the Anime Misfit here, channel with 300 subscribers. What are the immediate things that are jumping out for you here on this channel?
Love it. I love the color combinations, and they're consistent, largely consistent. You can see that it looks like there's a series of different colors with a series of videos, which is fantastic. I like it. Just get rid of the text on the thumbnails. There's just too much text.
I would agree, and just looking at your content, there seems to be a lot of different anime topics that you're looking at. So are there any really popular types of animes that you're doing, like maybe listicles can maybe work with yours, or a particular type of anime? That might be something that you want to look at as well. Awesome idea as well there. Hashtag create Black History. So that was that a Black Anime Month? That seems really interesting.
Really
but yeah, really that seems to be targeting a trending topic there as well. So a good start to the channel there, and yeah, fantastic thumbnails for a channel just starting up. I love the username here, Danana Banana. That just rolls off the tongue. Nearly 100 subscribers for you, but what are the questions we're going to be asking here about this channel, Travis? I think they're fairly obvious.
Yeah, what is this channel about?
What is this channel about? Yeah,
I literally don't know.
We can tell after 5 seconds of looking at it, because the channel banner tells us nothing. The thumbnails just, it seems to be all over the place. It looks to be Fortnite stuff, but there's some memes coming in there as well, jumping on some trending topics with PewDiePie, and then there's one here with what looks to be, I don't know if is that a video title, is that a video file name, defrun.exe? Really confused by that one. And then the thumbnails are all completely different, so where's the uniformity there? With that being said, I think we've focused a bit on the negatives there. Nearly 100 subscribers, which is awesome. You are getting views when you push out videos, and I think probably more consistency would be good, because you've only done 4 or 5 videos in the last 10 videos in the last 2 months, and they seem to be relatively short videos as well, each like under 2 minutes, or maybe 2 or 3 minutes. You can maybe push out some more content as well if you have the time available. But congratulations in advance, Danana Banana, love saying that name, on 100 subscribers. All right, Travis, you lead with this one. What do we got here?
Oh my goodness. Okay, it says subscribe. So just subscribe. I'm just supposed to just HK subscribe. Okay, we gotta get subscribed. No, just playing with you. I love the colors. They're bright and vibrant. I like now, if you're gonna put a lot of text in here, you notice how big the text is, and how like it makes you want to click it because you can see what it's talking about. I would still try to not put as much text in, but here is a great opportunity to show that if you're gonna put text in, make it pop. One thing I would say is don't repeat the title in the thumbnail. Give me some more context. Give me something else to read rather than the title in the thumbnail, as well as the actual title.
Yeah, as you say here, how to get stretch resolution on a console, and exactly repeated in the thumbnail. And I will counter this a little bit, Travis. I agree with what you say, but sometimes in like educational how-to videos, sometimes it is best just to put that text on the thumbnail, because people are wanting a specific answer to a question, so they don't want something that's a little more subtle and like intriguing. So I do see why this can work. However, what I will say is I think this channel may be suffering from a bit from thumbnail wallpaper. There seems to be a template, and every thumbnail looks very similar. Yeah. So maybe changing the topography in some of your thumbnails might help. And the final question is, what is the hero of a thumbnail? Is it the object or the text? Because when you look at these thumbnails, your eyes are just drawn to the thumbnail, drawn to the text. So you're not really seeing this character or this controller or that character. So maybe there needs to be a bit of a change. I think the thumbnails are fantastic and they look really colourful and have that punch, but maybe the delivery could be tweaked a little bit. And let's see, you're getting about 10% of your audience as well, so perhaps you're not hitting your audience every time. So the final thing to do is sort by most popular and see what we come up with. Okay, so some videos from a while ago. Okay, so there's 2 more recent videos here, and something about, it looks as if you might have a bit of a niche here in maybe lobbies and how to join a Fortnite game. I know that sounds really niche and specific, but when you've got 2 videos with over 10,000 views on that very particular topic, there might be something to explore there with the channel. Moving on then. Whoa, the Rad Padaman. I think that's you know what, I was thinking of Travis, I was thinking of Star Wars, and I just wanted to say Padawan, but yeah, you're right, it's obviously the panda, and yeah, the logo would represent that. All right, some big strong colors here, and I think these need to be maybe addressed. Just like I said in the previous channel, your eyes are just drawn to the text and you're losing perhaps the object or the hero of the videos here, like 3D printing of an RC airboat. Timestamps covering up the text there, so that needs to be fixed. But all I'm seeing here is the text, and I'm not seeing at all the remote control airboat there. And that leads me to another question. So this is about 3D printing, I think. So how does a channel banner and a channel name attach itself to that?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. They don't have really any, it doesn't look like they have anything to do with each other. And what a cool channel idea. Like 3D printing, such a cool thing. And most people have never seen it in person. So to see like first of all, I used to have a lot of RC cars and planes. So this is already fascinating to me. But the thumbnail is kind of putting me off a little bit. I do need to see the hero, which would be the 3D printed object. I mean, it's such a great opportunity. You know what? I don't know that this channel will almost ever need text on a lot of their thumbnails.
Agree,
because they should just show what they've printed.
So what I suggest you do, the Rad Panda Man, is maybe just set up like if you can, a tiny studio. And what I mean by this is just have a table and get some lamps and any lamps from the house, and then just when you have your 3D objects, after you've done your filming or before, just take a picture so it's nice and bright. And then you like zoom in as much as possible so that we can see like the hero of a channel. And you can do that relatively inexpensively, just a table and some lamps, and that might help you with just creating some thumbnails. What have we got next then, Travis? Here.
Bombo Gaming in the house. Welcome, Bombo. 155 subscribers, looking good. Obviously a gaming channel. The banner does kind of confuse me though. While it does tell me what it is, I don't know that the picture necessarily reflects that. It's hard to tell what's going on back there. And then looking at the videos, I mean, we're back to kind of inconsistent thumbnails. Some are nicer than others. The pickaxe challenge, I like that because at least tells me what I'm going to get into. Like I know right off the bat, if I were to scroll past something, boom, I know what that is. I actually might want to watch it, click, I'm good. But then some of these other ones, I'm just not sure, like the subscribe to PewDiePie right now, the bottom right hand corner. First of all, what does that have to do with your gaming? And then the thumbnail, I don't even know what that is. So there's just a lot of inconsistency here. I think that finding a niche and sticking to it is your best bet and really doubling down, because it looks like right now you're a little bit all over the place.
There's one video here, 400 views, which is bigger than anything else. Might be something to look at here, although is it like a fun run code? Is this like getting codes, free codes? Maybe something there. As long as it's legal and safe, that's by far your... Oh, there's one here as well, definitely as well.
Same thing. Yep, same thing.
There's some spiky videos going on here. Yeah, oh, you're right, isn't it?
Yep.
Right, let's try and pronounce...
That
That's your focus is Zorazor. So yeah, and then another one here with 10,000 views. Yeah, there we are.
So we've found your niche.
We found your focus. It is Zorazor. All right, what have we got next? Vault JE. I'm going to pronounce that as, what is this channel about? Making money as a student. I have a jumper's need. My volleyball career. Bring back the Sony Alpha A7S2 or not. Be nurse for a week. Right, what's the channel about? Is a big question here because you got five videos, completely different topics, every single one of them. Feels as if it might be somewhere along the lines of a student blog, but how do you tie all of that into your content? New channel, of course, so you're still finding your way. So yeah, there's some stuff about studying, and you've started to look at custom thumbnails. So I guess what are the fundamental questions, Travis, we could ask this video creator to help guide them at the beginning of their journey?
Yeah, you know, the funny thing is when I first saw this channel, when we were picking channels earlier, I thought it was going to be a volleyball channel because I saw the volleyball career and then the jumper's knee. And I'm like, okay, those two things really talk to each other. They have similar views if you look at them too. They have similar amount of views. So you could literally watch one and then watch the other and be interested. Everything else is kind of like, okay, it's just other things. But I feel like he caught on to something there. I mean, I don't know how much he's into volleyball, but that was the right way of doing two videos that are similar to each other. You just need to find a niche and really double down on it.
So small sample size, of course, but it looks as if volleyball may be something that you can look at for the next 5 to 10 videos on your channel. Let's go with financial freedom. Okay, a bigger channel here, nearly 10,000 subscribers. We've got a value proposition here, earn more, save, invest, new videos weekly. Nice design there, thumbnail friendly, arrows pointing to places. You're keeping the color scheme up in your videos, which is excellent. Yeah, I think this is a channel with some potential here, isn't it, Travis? Looking at the
fantastic channel, and look at this little hack he did in the banner. Scroll up now. Again, this wouldn't be on mobile, but look at that. Start building wealth today, and what is that? That's a subscribe button. What a genius way to get you to click the subscribe button.
It is, yeah. That's
that
really
is
ingenious
the
way, yeah.
best thing I've seen on a channel banner yet. Props to True Financials. This guy knows what he's doing for sure. If we look down at some of the thumbnails, I like the ones with his channel color behind. This one with the streaming services is, I think, too cluttered. I get what he was going after. It just feels too cluttered to me. Of course, obviously, the one he just did one day ago, getting to $1 million, that speaks to a lot of people. So even when he's not the hero in the thumbnail, he might be trying to grab people from other niches or people who wouldn't normally see his stuff. Everyone knows what money looks like, and everyone wants more of it. So definitely smart. It looks like over time he's kind of sharpened his pencil, so to speak, because these last couple of thumbnails look great. The subjects are great. If you look kind of older, it looks like he was still trying to find his way somewhat, and then I think he found it.
Yeah, and the one standout video I've seen here is warning about a new Apple credit card, which is awesome. You're looking at a trending topic. My thoughts would be, could you follow up on this? Is there a way that you could maybe do 5 to 10 videos? Didn't you do a video recently on the Apple card as well, Travis?
A friend of mine did. This is Tech Today did, and he did very well with it. Actually, he should jump on that. Yes.
So yeah, I mean, I'm not sure when it's released, but are there sort of like other things you can think of, like beware of a new credit Apple card? That could be good. Then you could do a follow-up video of like 5 reasons why you should get one, 5 reasons why you shouldn't. Which countries is it going to be available in? Again, whenever I see a video that pops, I'm thinking, right, how many different angles can I attack this video? And I may become the authority on the Apple card when it comes out. So maybe something to think about there. But yeah, like a superb channel, and congratulations on the 10,000 subscribers that you're going to hit relatively soon. Are you using the community tab? Yes, you are. So you get a thumbs up from me. Advanced Gamer 411 with 370 subscribers here. All right then. So you got videos about Fortnite, Black Ops, more Fortnite. What else we got? Black Ops. So 2 games, New Lava in Dusty Divot. Is that?
I'm not sure which game that's from.
Yeah, not sure what game that's from. No. So you're covering popular topics, and it looks as if you've niched down to one. Oh no, we've got one on Uncharted here. So here's an interesting thing that you're going to have to look at. I'd say is look at the view counts on each of your videos and see which ones are generally performing better. My thoughts is that if you're going to start, if you're just suddenly going to jump to a game such as Uncharted, which it is a fantastic game, but it is years old, who is really going to be following that from a search perspective and your audience perspective? Something to certainly think about there. It's generally all the usual gaming type of tips that we've already suggested, which means that we're going to start to sort by most popular and find out if there's anything that you could maybe capitalize on. A couple of so you have one standout video, this one that's done better than anything else, and it was all about skins in Fortnite Battle. So maybe again, as a video series, it could be focusing on different skins that come out on Fortnite as soon as they're available and covering them. That would be the sort of niche down topic I would be looking at there. Travis, you can lead on this one, which is Skull Gamer, the #1 source for gaming.
I feel like I've seen Skull Gamer before. This looks very familiar to me, which is great. I mean, even if I'm not familiar with them, if I feel like I've seen them before, then I automatically trust them, which is kind of a funny thing. If I look at the thumbnails, I don't see the green that I see in the banner, which I really like. I dig the kind of typography and the color, and #1 source for gaming. That's excellent. If I look at these, let's see, the Brawl Stars, that's pretty good. Brawl Star memes, so memes are popular. That's great. But it looks like, what's Thor have to do with Brawl Stars versus a rage montage? I just want to understand what keeps these things together. Is it the same game? Is it the same niche? Is it like what keeps these things together? And right now I don't see it. It's not the thumbnail. It's not necessarily the game. So I would love to understand, why should I subscribe? Like, are you giving me value by learning how to play these games better? Is it a news website, like our news channel? What is it that I'm going to get out of this channel?
Yeah, there is a little bit of game jumping here. You are right. I think the thumbnails are really striking in terms of the gaming genre. These have a little bit of uniqueness to them, but they're still very high quality. And yeah, again, and I know we sometimes do this, but this is something that we often do with gaming channels, is just sort by most popular and see if there's anything that's jumping out here. Like a rage montage from Danji Brothers was a really good performing video recently. Could you follow up with that potentially? So yeah, you're right again here. We've picked out Danji Brothers. Whatever that is, the game seems to perform quite well for you. So can you make a video series on that for the next 5 to 10 videos? What we say about this is, instead of trying to cover maybe, let's say you do 8 videos a month and you do 2 videos on the same game and you've got 4 different games, why not instead, for the entire month, just cover that entire gaming series and see what happens? Because usually what happens is you start to find a momentum. People like the first video, the next video, oh, it's on the same topic, I'll watch this. And so it starts to gain a little bit of traction. Doesn't always work in the gaming area, and that becomes a problem when you have to shift to a new game. But generally speaking, it's finding that really small niche within a game that helps grow your channel. We're going to look at another gaming channel here. This is something that we do as we end the audits. It's your boy Sam. I think we've audited this channel a couple of times, actually. 40,000 subscribers, which is brilliant for a gaming channel. It means you've already had an influence. And it looks as if your focus right now is, let's see, Grand Theft Auto, it looks to be. Grand Theft Auto 5. Those are the videos that are getting most views, I would say. You're occasionally going back to NBA as well, and picking up some views. So I think generally this channel feels relatively strong. My thoughts are, could you, especially now that it's playoff season, could you maybe tie in an NBA 2K19 challenge with like the playoffs? Possible, I don't know. Any more thoughts here, Travis? Seems like a relatively healthy channel. Yeah,
I mean, it's doing well. It's a lot of the views are within the normal range. I guess the one question I would put up, and generally speaking, I don't care personally too much about thumbs up, thumbs down percentages. However, when you see a bunch of videos at once, like if you go to the top, the more recent ones, like why are some people not liking some of these later videos? Like what's going on? Why is it 65? And it, again, this shouldn't necessarily maybe stop you from making videos about something, but you should find out why. Like look in the comments section. What are people saying? Did you miss a very important piece of information? Did you mislead them with a thumbnail? Like find those things and then take those things as improvements and move on to the next video, rather than getting this kind of weird, really low like to dislike ratio. Again, I normally don't care about it, but when I see a bunch in a row like that, I get curious.
So this could be an example of actual clickbait, where you're getting a lot of clicks, but then people are responding to it quite poorly. So what you might find is that you get a good influx of views to begin with, and then it completely dies off because the signals from YouTube are telling them that not many people are liking this content. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, I think you are right, Travis, in terms of we're not seeing many greens. And what we're looking at here is our likes to dislikes ratio, one of the free VidIQ tools, but it is showing a pattern here of, if it's generally under 90%, then it looks as if there's at least some sort of incorrect information in a video or controversy. That could always be a thing. But yeah, I mean, generally a healthy channel, and it looks as if you've got a good niche in Grand Theft Auto and NBA 2K. Can you leverage potential trending topics there going forward? And we have here Entertainment Zone, 2,700 subscribers, but I'm looking at your most recent videos and the view counts appear to be relatively small in like your most recent stuff, because we've got Fallout 76, Skyrim, Apex Legends, that's another, so you would concentrate on Apex Legends but you change topic. Not that many videos coming out as well for a gaming channel, like you've done 3 in the last month. So with a gaming channel, you can soon lose subscribers. I'm interested to click on this one because it's a hidden secret about YouTube you never knew. It's like us, we want to find out what that is.
I want to know too. But that's by the way, perfect title. Like if you want to know what something is it's going to get people to watch, the wording here is spectacular. However, what does it got to do with this channel? And then another thing I noticed, he's got a couple of things with different languages on him, which then
right.
So if you come in here and you speak Spanish, which I think is what that is, and then you come here and the rest is English, then you're not going to subscribe. And what if you're in English and then the next video is in Spanish and you're not going to subscribe there either? So you need to be consistent, one or the other, pick a language, and hey, open up another channel and do the other language on that channel.
Woof! What a session of live streaming we have had today. Thoroughly enjoyed God, I've lost my words. Thoroughly enjoyed today's session, and I hope, Travis, in your debut performance, you enjoyed it. Folks, if you did enjoy Travis here on a live stream today, we want you to tell us how much by sharing your emojis in the chat as we say goodbye. If you enjoyed this live stream, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to vidIQ and share this video with more like-minded people. Just as a quick quiz question here, Travis, how many submissions do you think we had this week for channel audits?
This week, I saw over 100 last time I looked. So are we close to 200 yet? Or
we're at 144. Woo! Somebody's just submitted. So that's how many submissions we get roughly. Over 100 every week. And we tried to get through maybe like 20 to 25 this week. So if you didn't get audited this week, come back next week and we'll try and give you as much help as we can. And of course, Jeremy always says this. You may have noticed that when we were talking about the gaming channels, we were giving a lot of the same advice over and over again. Even if we didn't audit your channel, a lot of the advice we give can be applied to many different channels. There's a few like niche areas that we were looking at today which are really interesting, but yeah, thumbnails, focus, intriguing titles, that applies to every single video creator on the platform. Look at this, Travis, you're getting big smiles, thumbs up, you've even got a pig for some reason, and
I love bacon.
Blowing kisses. So thank you, everybody. If you do want to say goodbye, we're going to be doing shout outs for the next couple of minutes, but I do want to remind you that we're going to have another live stream this week, a Q&A where you can ask anything about YouTube, vidIQ, your channel, but we're not doing channel audits in that one, and we do it for about an hour, kind of an experiment, a pilot, and we really enjoyed it last week, so we want to do it again. So goodbye to the following, which includes Volt J E, Ash at vidIQ, who no longer likes me because of my remarks about the Star Wars franchise. Thank you for moderating today. Tomcat958, Loosters, Dr. Dre Vo, and Caroline S. Bertrand, Slavgard, Electric Gamer, Twin Girl Gaming's Collectible Reviews, FX Acrylics. Who else have we got here that we're saying goodbye to, Travis?
We got Simply Beth, we got the Gamer Master, we got Level Up Soul, we got Blade Bishop, CW Gaming. Oh my goodness, it's just so many people, and then all the people who moderated. Thank you so much for all of your help today. What a great group of people! Furious Self,
it is.
Gamers World, and Hanno.
Thank you very much, and of course, thank you to Travis. As we say, his job is to audit channels, and if you do join vidIQ, you may have in the future the opportunity to get a one-on-one consultation with Travis, but we don't kind of reveal how that works yet, but definitely a lot more interesting things coming up with how we can help you personally with your channels. As always, it's been an honor of a privilege. Thank you for spending your quality watch time with us today, and I will leave you with the usual phrase: enjoy the rest of your video making day, and of course, stay intelligent. Travis can't see that, but that's the t-shirt I'm wearing today. Thank you very much, and we'll see you very soon. Bye for now. Wave uncomfortably, Travis, while I press the end live. Or wave enthusiastically, that's even better. Much better than